Recently, Kanye West came under a lot of fire for tweeting about abolishing the 13th Amendment. And people ask, why would anyone want to do away with the amendment that ended slavery? Now, personally, I was shocked at how many people overlooked the motive because of the messenger. Read the fine print, people. The 13th Amendment clearly states that slavery is abolished in the United States and all of its jurisdiction, except as a punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted. In English, this means that if you get convicted, you're still a slave. Maybe it shouldn't be abolished, but certainly amended, especially after knowing what the war on drugs did to the descendants of the enslaved. Historians virtually unanimously agree that Reagan-era drug policies, expanded by the Clinton administration, had a disproportionately negative effect on the black community. When people ask, where are the fathers in these ghettos? Often, they don't need to look any further than the prison systems. After America deindustrialized in the 70s, many black men were out of a job in major cities. Rent was still due, and suddenly crack magically shows up. The results were catastrophic. What's left out of the dialogue these days is how many corporations profit from the labor of prisoners and their presence in these systems. Many of them are nonviolent offenders. Since the 13th Amendment has yet to be amended, these private corporations are literally 21st century slaveholders. Corrections Corporation of America rakes in close to $2 billion a year alone. Add to that the occupancy clauses in their contract are a thing, and they can literally lobby lawmakers to craft laws that criminalize smaller infractions, therefore filling their beds. These corporations can actually fine states for not meeting their occupancy quotas. But there's something even more sinister afoot. Horizon, the largest prison healthcare company, has been caught cutting corners to save money for profit. This means that prisoners literally die on their watch for money. Meds are being skipped, treatment is being denied, and all for the bottom line. This is malpractice. A nurse at Horizon was quoted as saying, "We save money because we skip the ambulance and bring them right to the morgue." Once, 6 employees at Louisville's Metro Corrections resigned after 2 female prisoners died because of neglect. Convicts are still being treated like slaves. This is actually a humanitarian crisis. Add to that the fact that inmates are literally slaves under the Constitution, and Kanye doesn't look as crazy as you thought. The 13th Amendment should not be abolished if it ended chattel slavery. However, if we don't amend it and the corporate structure that profits from it, we may actually be as guilty as 18th century slaveholders if we sit passively by and do nothing. I'm Theo Wilson for ClipHash. Until next time.